Why the human body is the most challenging subject to photograph. Have you ever wondered what the most difficult subject in photography really is? Many people assume it's wildlife photography. Others think it's landscapes, sports, or photojournalism. But ask many experienced photographers, and you may hear a surprising answer. The human body. After all, mountains don't get nervous. Buildings don't feel self-conscious. Trees don't worry about how they look in front of the camera. People do. Today, we're exploring why the human body remains one of the most challenging subjects a photographer can ever photograph. At first glance, photographing a person may seem simple. The subject is standing still. The lighting is controlled. The camera settings are correct. But technical perfection is only a small part of the process. The real challenge begins with emotion. Most people carry complex feelings about their appearance. They compare themselves to celebrities, social media influencers, and unrealistic beauty standards. As a result, many subjects arrive in front of the camera carrying doubts and insecurities. They may worry about their weight, their age, their skin, their scars, or simply how others will judge them. The photographer must work through these concerns before creating meaningful images. This requires something more important than camera skills. It requires trust. Trust cannot be measured with a lens or purchased with expensive equipment. It must be earned. When trust exists, people relax. Their body language becomes natural. Their expressions become genuine. Without trust, even technically perfect photographs can feel empty. Another challenge is that the human body is incredibly expressive. A tiny movement can completely change the mood of an image. A slight turn of the shoulder, a lowered gaze, a relaxed hand, a subtle shift in posture. These small details can transform a photograph from ordinary to unforgettable. Photographers learn to observe these visual signals carefully. They are not simply documenting a body. They are capturing a moment of human expression. The body is also difficult because viewers know it so well. People see human beings every day. We instinctively recognize when something feels natural and when it feels forced. A landscape can be appreciated from many angles. A human subject is often judged much more critically. Viewers notice posture, balance, expression, and emotion almost instantly. This raises the creative challenge significantly. There is also the question of storytelling. A photograph of a mountain can tell a story about nature. A photograph of a city can tell a story about civilization. But a photograph of a person can tell a story about identity, memory, emotion, vulnerability, and human experience. The possibilities are endless. This makes photographing people both exciting and demanding. Every image becomes an opportunity to reveal something deeper. Perhaps the greatest challenge is that no two people are the same. Every subject brings a different personality, history, and emotional presence to the camera. What works for one person may fail completely for another. A successful photographer must adapt constantly. They must learn to communicate, observe, and respond to the individual standing in front of them. The process becomes less about controlling the subject and more about understanding them. And that may be the true reason the human body remains such a fascinating subject. It cannot be mastered completely. There is always another expression to capture, another story to tell, another perspective to explore. For thousands of years, artists have returned to the human form because it offers something few other subjects can provide. An endless source of complexity, an endless source of emotion, and an endless source of discovery. Thank you for listening. Join us next time as we explore another fascinating idea from the world of photography, art, and visual storytelling. Until then, remember, the most difficult subjects often become the most rewarding. And few subjects challenge artists more than the human experience itself.